Well, this is going to break the record of the shortest goodwill message ever, and that's going to help us even brighter. Thank you very much, sir, for that. We appreciate you. In that light, let's also have Mr. Smith Osemeke. Is he here already? Okay, he's still on the way. Let's take that of Information Connectivity Solutions Limited CEO, Mr. Yemi Oshudi. Please let's appreciate him as he comes. Nice to meet you again, sir.
Thank you very much, everybody. Good morning. Please permit me to stand on existing protocols. We at ICSL, we identify very strongly with what TSSF is doing. We hope to learn from this. We hope to add our input, and we hope to take some things away that will make our company better and will make society in general better. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right, up next on Goodwill is Mr. Tunji Alabi, Infrastructure Africa is here. Oh, you're welcome, sir. So we called you earlier on, so maybe after a Goodwill message, you just move to that part of the table. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Sorry I was late. The times that we live in, we can only say God bless Nigeria. As part of the goodwill message, I'd like to say to that Infratel Africa aligns closely with the thoughts and the manifestation of this conference. It's a much needed conference, and I think it's come at a good time. We hope we all learn here, and more importantly, I hope we can all gather our learnings and our thoughts to the regulator so that we can push the topic at hand. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Please make your way to the table as our distinguished panelists. Thank you very much. All right, up next on the Goodwill is none other than Mr. Deepak Mehta, the TechPoint Global Solution. Let's appreciate him as he comes for his Goodwill message. A round of applause for him, please.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here, pleasure to be part of TSSF. We believe it's a great platform where we all can share best practices and we all create an environment which is for growth, sustainability, and serving the Nigerian population. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Who agrees with me that this is the shortest Goodwill message ever in year 2022? I mean, when we have 5-7 people having to make it as short as possible, we're supposed to go into the Guinness Book of Record, and it's happening right here at TSSF second edition. A round of applause for our guest speakers. Thank you very much.
Keynote address delivered by the Executive Vice Chairman, the Nigerian Communications Commission. It is my pleasure to be here this morning, and I commend the organizers for hosting this event with a subject that is not just an art, but insight with the Commission's efforts in encouraging investments and development of this robust and dynamic telecommunications sector, themed creating awareness and ensuring sustainability of mobile virtual network operators in Nigeria's 5G ecosystem. It is therefore with great excitement and optimism that I stand here today to appraise you with the Commission's plan and strategy for the deployment of MVNO services in Nigeria and the way forward. Pursuant to the NCA 2003, that's the Nigeria Communications Act 2003, Licensing Regulation 2019, and other subsidiary regulations, the Commission has created an enabling environment where various players provide diverse services based on licenses issued by the Commission.
Informative knowledge sharing from Alaji himself. Looks like a very exciting time coming ahead in the telecom space in Nigeria. MVNO can definitely change the landscape of telecom what we have today. Again, as Chidi spoke about it, I believe it's about the maturity of the market. We are still moving in that direction, and we have to watch it very closely because, as Alaji also said, that the framework is set for the MVNO to come in.
So we specialize in what are called rural transformation. We have a product called Smart Rural, and what that does is that it brings all the amenities and all the infrastructure you have in the urban areas into rural. And that does two things. The first thing it does, it bridges the digital divide so that the gap between rural and urban, because today 49% of Nigeria is rural, and of that stat, there's quite a lot of unserved and underserved areas that have got no network at all. And the second thing it does is that it stems the rural-urban migration.
The purpose is to lower the cost for these rural communities, because as Tunji has mentioned, the ARPUs there are quite low. So it's not encouraging for investors to go into an area where your ARPUs are $1, $1.50, $2. Those numbers just don't work. As I've said, either local innovation or help from CBN. Those are the only two things I can think of. Thank you.
In every other environment where the MVNO business is working, one of the big drawbacks is that the big players oftentimes do not invest as aggressively as the MVNOs want to do, because essentially, don't forget, you don't own any spectrum. So everywhere you're going to, the host MNO has to go there for you. So you're only going there to piggyback on what they have, which is why the rural connectivity solution or the underserved and unserved areas argument really doesn't fit into the MVNO model. Because what happens is, it's still an underserved area. The MNO still doesn't see commercial value rolling out there. So an MVNO wants to provide service there, but he doesn't own the spectrum. So he really has no, the host MNO has no incentive to go there. The regulator still has to find a business model and an argument that drives underserved and unserved.
And I support the thinking of Sunji. Why? Because there are 45 million people with no telephones. And he is saying, I will go to these remote places, I will put my own infrastructure, I will capture the market. Can you imagine if he has 500 villages or 1,000 villages tomorrow, and out of which he has 50,000 or 100,000 or 500,000 his own customers? That's why Nigeria is so different. We cannot think like other markets. Yeah, that's the first thing. Second comment. The tier 1 and tier 2 look interesting, but not for the small players. Only large players like huge resellers, supermarkets. They can capture millions of or hundreds of thousands of subscribers very fast at a low acquisition cost. Remember, $3.6 ARPU. How much margin will the MNO give you as an MVNO? 30%? 35%? Can you build a business case with that kind of revenue? This is what we have to think about.
People locally should benefit from it. So MVNO is saying we're inviting players within Nigeria, the local content, to come and play in the market. Now, if everybody comes just like Mr. Tunji said, it's not about selling SIM cards and making phone calls, which everybody offers, but there are quite a lot of digital services that can be offered on the platform of the existing MNOs. So we encourage those players, those who are going for MVNO license, to engage in forums like this there are quite a lot of services to offer, not sticking to making phone calls, sending SMS and all of that, and then we can get the objective, the benefits of the MVNO project for local Nigerian companies as well.
I'm Bukola Olariwaju, the managing editor of Business Remark and the convener of Telecom Sector Sustainability Forum. Telecom Sustainability Forum is set up under the idea that the telecom sector has become an important sector in Nigerian economy. So the forum has been set up to actually follow on some policies and to see that telecom sector is actually sustainable for all, both the operators, the consumers, and so as to drive a profitable digital economy in Nigeria. So MVNOs really is a kind of segment in Nigerian telecom sector that rides on other infrastructure that has been laid down by the mobile network operators such as the MTN, 9Mobile, Glo, and LTE. So for the operators, it means that they don't really have to build their own infrastructure, and they can offer their own services to consumer without having to build their own infrastructure, which is cost saving for them. And also they can drive value, provide customers with efficient services even to the interlands where the MNOs cannot go to.